All right, so got this 6,000 pound capacity single post lift, and by single post I mean it only has one column over here. As you notice, it has the arms, and half of it is onto this Chevy, and you can see the rest doesn't really stick out there. But if we put a camera down, you can see the rest of it. So that's where the single post lift comes from. This one is by Ideal. I did pick it up from Lowe's, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Ideal Mobile. That's like the specs and stuff. Let's see. All the stuff, it was made in 2022. So 110 volt, 20 amp, single phase, Tuxedo distributor, made in China. So yeah, and then while I was working on my electrical system, fixing that plug-in and buffooning myself with that compressor, I thought about it. Well, this thing here is great. I can do oil changes, I can do all the things. The one problem is, this is the length of the pigtail it gives you. So this is so you need an extension cord of sorts. Well, I figured why not see what this thing is made of. And full disclosure, in true YouTube fashion, sometimes, not always, but in this case, I just pulled this thing apart, put it back together just to take it apart, just to show you guys. So I do not claim that I know what I'm doing or pretend like I'm solving something. To be fair, I'm just taking this off just to show you and tell you what I think and tell you what my plan is. So we'll just get in there. So this is where the electrical wire goes in, the control box. You press this button right here, it's not plugged in, and it goes up. And this is to lower it down onto the locks, or to lower it all the way to the ground. That's the reservoir right there. That's the motor right there. You can see all the specs on the thing. So I'm gonna pull this apart and I'll show you the guts and glory. Like I said, I literally just pull it apart and put it back together just to make a video. So it's kind of like those YouTube videos where you see someone driving and they're driving away from the camera. Either they have a cameraman in the vehicle, or they have or they're gonna go back for the camera, or they walk inside the garage, and or they leave the garage after a video, and then when obviously edit that out and go back for the camera. So making a video can waste a lot of your time, but there's some kind of fun to it. I've definitely learned a lot. It has definitely motivated me to try my own stuff. So if it helps someone, then sure. But oftentimes you see my videos in two parts because I don't have any experience with editing or anything. I don't even have a software. I'm pretty sure I could figure out what to use for a basic software, but I do it, and that's partly why a lot of times you might hear me mispronounce stuff or say stuff that's incorrect, and there's no like edits to it or whatever, because you see it raw. Even though, like I said, this one was I already looked into the guts of this thing just a second ago. So I will tell you, this cover does not come off like that, just because it has this weather seal on it, and it has this weather seal on it. So you just gotta find like a trim tool and break that initial seal, and it just comes right off. On the back of it is a wiring diagram. You got your main, your neutral, your ground, and your live with an interrupter there. I'm just making stuff up. I'm not sure if it's called an interrupter. A fuse, a circuit, something. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a lot of things that I do, actually. Actually, there's only one thing that I put on my YouTube that I actually know how to do, that I was trained to do. But like I said, in true fashion, let me get a flashlight. Maybe I can get some more light on this. All right, so in here, so my plan is to get a longer cord for this. Here's what I do know already. You have this connector right here. It's already halfway screwed on, but you take it off so you can pull the wire. It just threads off. Cool. But if I put this up here, that doesn't really help. And then I was finicking with this, trying to get it. I got it off, and I was putting it back on just for the sake of the video. But the problem is it's pretty tight. But if you just, this push button right here, it's actually threaded on. There you go. It's threaded. Make sure we don't lose that. And there's a washer on the inside. We also don't want to lose that. Well, we also don't want to lose that one. I mean, it's just a washer, but still. We'd like to put all the pieces back that came with it. Just a basic washer. And this is your switch. And the bottom here, so you got your green is your neutral, or sorry, the green is your ground. You can see it's grounded in the back to this plate. You got your white, which is your neutral, and the white comes from the cord. And then it has I don't know what you call this thing, but one of these little caps that goes over it, and then it goes into a yellow. So that's your neutral. And then your black is what your live is. It goes in here at the bottom, and it goes in at the top. So this is fine. I'm not worried about that part. This bottom piece here is what I would like. So I want to keep it as original as possible. This has a little hole on it where I guess you could find something to splice, but I want to be able to keep this like push connector on there. And so I'm going to try to find a black. I'm going to try to build my own cord with plug, you know. I'm going to try to build my own. So I might just have to cut this off. Really, really what I want to do is, especially for warranty purposes, I want to be able to just take this cord out completely without cutting it or anything and build a whole new cord. And so the only thing that I would really need is something like this. I just don't know what this connector is called. I'm pretty sure if I go to electrical, like maybe I even have it, electrical connector, or maybe I can just solder it directly to this, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to pop it on and off. So this is how it's made up. And the idea is I'm going to try to take this out, because the next time I go to the store, I'm going to try to get all the wires I need to come back and build this thing. Actually, just pop the ground off. So next time I run to Home Depot, when I return an electrical outlet that I bought that I no longer need, I'm gonna see about returning these guys. Hopefully this will fit in there without breaking off. Maybe this comes off right here. Yeah, I think this comes off and it comes out as an entire unit. Is there anything on here that's magnetic? Holy cow. Try not to be Try not to blind everything here. Right up there. So that's the plan. The plan is to get I'm gonna pull this out. It's just these connectors. You gotta screw these things off. This one and this one. Well, it might just be this one actually, or it might be both of them. Screw them off, and then I'll try to pull this out, and I'll take this to the store with me to just make sure I get all the correct wire. I need the little piece right there, and then make sure I get everything suited for the amperage and everything. But yeah, just want to show you what's going on. I'll do a part 2 of this and then put it back together, and hopefully it works. And that's why I kind of want to just build my own cord. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll be able to put this back on there. So that's the plan. As me always say, like on editing.